So the next thing we're going to look at are custom GPTs. You hear GPT all the time. You wonder what it means. The G is for generative, the P is for pre-trained, and the T is for transformer. The generative means that it creates new original content rather than just copying text and the like. The P is for pre-trained, meaning there are vast amounts of data. Articles, websites, code, everything under the sun that the unit uses to understand language patterns before being used. And then the last portion is the T, the transformer. It's a neural network architecture that uses mechanisms to process words in relation to all other words in a sentence. It's really, really interesting how it can improve context and aid understanding. It's almost magical, which can be really exciting or really concerning, depending on your view of things. But let's go ahead and look at creating a custom GPT within ChatGPT. Let's start the process by opening the sidebar and going down to Explore GPTs. There's all sorts of GPTs in here that individuals have built. It's almost like an app store of GPTs. I encourage you to look at them sometime. So we have the new GPT up here. You have two buttons here, Configure and Create. We're going to work on Create first. Over here, you're going to see a preview of your GPT after we put all the information in over here. So as you can see here, I'm telling it I want to create a custom GPT that's going to use prior speeches I've given, which I'm going to upload, and then it will use those prior speeches, my manner, my tone, my style, to give me a new draft on any subject that I like, drawing information from ChatGPT. So let's put in that purpose. And what it's going to do is suggest a name for the GPT to you. Again, this is the preview of what you've created. So what we're going to do is now move to Configure. We'll let it name it the way it was going to name it earlier. You can see the description. The instructions are created by ChatGPT from the general prompt that I gave it earlier. You can see draft a keynote on AI ethics for executives. It matches up over here. What that means is you can put in here any speed or conversation starter prompt that you want to use for any purpose. Now here's where it says knowledge. This is where I upload my old speeches. I've got all of them right here and ready. So I select them and I hit open. All it's doing is going out and attaching documents from my computer. I don't need it to do a web search or Canvas or image generation. I want it to just work from a good ChatGPT model, and we'll give it GPT 5.4 thinking. And it has additional settings here, and that additional setting is to shut off ChatGPT from using your data in its models for the learning process. So we've got it configured, we have our preview, and now I'm going to put in a topic for a new speech. Okay, so you can see my prompt here. I need a speech about Abraham Lincoln, but I'm focusing in on his early years. Now let's see what it does with it. We'll send the prompt. And now it begins writing the speech. And I have to tell you, you all haven't seen my speeches before, and you wouldn't know it from this address right now. But I speak in very punchy sentences, and that's just personal choice. Some people like it, some don't. But what you see here is it did that exact same thing. And it comes very, very close to that style that I used in those other speeches. And it does a fantastic job of putting in all sorts of information that's out there about Lincoln. Now, you could do it on propulsion that currently exists and rockets being used in the United States. You could do it on plant biology, anything under the sun, and you're benefiting from all of the information that's in ChatGPT, which of course you want to verify, but you're doing it in your own voice with reference to your prior speech form.